What's going on, guys? In this video, I want to go over this chart and really try to make it sink in because I don't think enough people understand how important time is. Guys, this stuff is more important than price action as far as I'm concerned. I couldn't emphasize this enough. Look at this chart here. We have 1 year down, 3 years up. 1 year down, 3 years up. 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down. And guys, it stands to reason that the bull market, when it starts, will be another 3 years up, right? Just keeping it simple. Until this is broken, until this is negated, we're going to have to follow this time analysis to the T, ladies and gentlemen, keeping it as simple as possible. We're only 50% through the bear market, maybe a little bit more. So it stands to reason that we put in an A, B, C pattern to the downside, and then start looking for buying right around whatever the price action is by the time it gets to where it gets to, right? Just keeping it super simple. If you guys want to know where we're getting into our positions, by the way, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're going to be buying all through this whole area, and I'm going to be doing it publicly. So if you guys want to know, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and stay tuned. So looking at this right here, basically all we're looking at is we have an engulfing candle on the weekly, right here, and the candle closed underneath 78,183. So what does that say to me? It doesn't mean we're going to head straight to the bottom, but it does mean that we're going to head much lower after we put in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave to the upside. And as far as I'm concerned, just to be clear about this, the 5 wave can go all the way up to 88,000, even all the way up to 97,841, give or take this high right here. Price can come all the way up to this high, and if we do not break that high, as far as I'm concerned, this thing is headed much, much lower, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is just my opinion. If we break 97,841, this high right here, then as far as I'm concerned, you know, this changes the dynamics of everything. If we can get above and hold above this level, it changes the entire dynamics of everything, ladies and gentlemen. So just putting it out there, wanted to clarify that. So this trend line is absolutely important, by the way. I think after we put in this 5th wave, we end up heading down to this level right here, which would be roughly around 50K. And this is going to be the level we're going to be looking for buys for a spot BTC. I'm keeping this super easy in this video, guys. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you want to know everything, you know, where we're buying and all that good stuff. So right here, all you need to know for this is we're breaking above this trend line. Price put in that 1, 2, 3, pulling back for a 4, and it's headed up for a 5. Now, after we put in this move, I believe we're going to fall back into this trend line, coming back down to this bottom trend line, which is roughly, give or take, 50K. What do you know, ladies and gentlemen? Technical analysis is beautiful. So I believe we're going to come down to this level, put in a new low, and this is going to be around the time to buy, guys. Keeping it super simple. I want to move on really quick. This chart right here is showing me that we have one more move to the upside. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're putting in the 5th wave right here. I think, you know, it's fair to assume that we go up to about 88K, like I showed you before. We could go all the way up to roughly 98K, that 97,000 level I was talking to you guys about. And if we don't break above this level, I still think we're going to roll over. There is a chance, if we break above the 98,000 level and we hold above the 98,000 level, man, this thing is about to head to a whole new direction, and then we'll have to change our thesis. But until that point, ladies and gentlemen, we're keeping it super simple, and we're going to assume that we're going to get rejected here because the macro TA supports that. So moving on, just wanted to get into this video really quick. This is some short-term stuff. This is a little trading strategy that isn't very well known, but it's mine, right? We have underneath the 30 for the RSI and underneath the 20 for the stochastic RSI, with the Renko candles, so the ATR Renko candles, regular 14 ATR Renko candles, is suggesting that we're about to have a move to the upside, which supports this next move to the upside being the 5th wave. I'll drag you guys back and show you how often it works. Right here, move to the upside. 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 And right here, move to the upside. It's over and over and over again. Even these little moves over here. Look, move to the upside, move to the upside, move to the upside. Here's a really good example of it. So anyways, my point is it plays over and over and over again. So something we need to keep on our radar is that this 5th wave is most likely going to play out, ladies and gentlemen, leading us to one final leg to the upside. I don't think it's going to break above this level right here. I do not think that we're going to get anywhere above like roughly 88K. Price could pop up here and fall back, and it wouldn't change a thing. As far as I'm concerned, I want to watch this 5th wave get put in. We're going to see what happens here, and I believe the thing is going to continue to roll down. I've showed you guys this chart before. All this chart is showing is the 200 moving average on the daily, and how, here, bring it back over here. This is the denial stage of the market. As far as I'm concerned, we are in the denial stage of the market, right? Just like over there and just like over there. So what happens in the denial stage every time throughout Bitcoin history is price pulls back, goes up to the 0.382 level, right around the 200 daily moving average, goes under the daily moving average, and then we get one more leg to the downside, creating the bear market bottom. Same thing over here. Price goes up to the 0.382 level, which is also the 200-day moving average. We lose the 200-day moving average. Price puts one more leg to the downside, creating the new bear market bottom, right? And I think we're expecting the same here. This is the denial stage of the market, guys. Like, I'm just keeping it super simple. This looks like this, looks like this, right? So keeping it super simple, as far as I'm concerned, I think we're headed much, much lower. I think we're waiting for one more leg to the downside. I think short term, we do have some room to go to the upside. We're going to have to watch very, very closely. And as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't change a thing. I just wanted to put that out there, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to know exactly where we're getting in our positions, where we're buying, where we're stacking up on our spot BTC, then make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, stay tuned for more, because we're going to be going public with every single little thing that we do on this channel. All right, I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.